StreamYard, you know that we have started this show a little late because we're in the new old studio.
Mm-hmm.
And with new old studio things, there's new old studio things to learn.
Right. You're doing a great job. You're very Funk Master Flex right now, and I respect that.
I
It's not the cleanest transition, but it's the effort for me.
it just feels like, oh, this is just a lot.
It's eating you up.
It is eating me up and not in the way I want to be eaten up.
You whore. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday. Thank you for tuning in with us. First, before we get into anything, I would like to shout out.
I would like to shout out.
First, we find
Rick Caruso here.
Rick Caruso, no free promo.
Go to hell. Shout out Rick Caruso.
Right. The man of my dreams. Now, I want to shout out We Find Him and Jay Lamar for our collaboration. Yesterday, we had our first ever Let's Mingle singles mixer. And then give him a gay sound effect. Because it was very loud. I would like to thank Jay Lamar because he is a phenomenal person to collaborate with. Like, he's very intentional. He's very organized. He's a good time. He just knows people. Like, Jay Lamar is the moment for me. And I want to thank everybody who came out to Mix and Mingle, to support us, to celebrate. I hope all of you guys were able to establish some healthy connections, get some Instagrams, maybe some phone numbers, or however you choose to communicate. But it was such a good energy.
Yeah, it was a good time. So we had Mix and Mingle yesterday, which was a Black gay male singles event that people can come out to foster good conversation and hopefully walk away with some people. And we had 125 eligible bachelors from Los Angeles and all over the surrounding counties coming flirt with each other.
Yes,
it was fun.
And you know how people say, well, I was hearing it a few times from a few different people, and you said it at a point too, like how we have 125, so that means like some of them are gonna fall off, like we'll get like a certain percentage of that. No. All
125th of them.
And maybe more.
Yeah.
And maybe more.
And I was like, oh, wow. So I was excited for that.
It was really good. Like, we all had people hitting us up the day of, like, oh, is it too late? Because Black people, quick PSA, when someone sends you an RSVP in advance.
Talk about it.
RSVP in advance so we can plan for it. Why wait till the last minute to create anxiety for everyone involved and be like, is it too late to come? And then bring my 8 friends.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Niggas be niggering. And some part of me loves that. I'm a product of my environment, but certain things need to be reassessed and readjusted.
I think what it is, people wait to hear if it's the move. And I'm like, don't wait to hear if my event's the move because it's the move.
Right, period.
It's the move. You should already know.
In context, we're Black on a Saturday in Los Angeles. What else are you doing?
No. Fuck that. It's the move because it's my event.
I mean,
like, it's
no. Okay.
Fuck all that.
Go ahead.
Where I'm at is the fucking move.
Talk your shit. Go ahead.
Every event I have is the fucking move.
Period.
No, don't do that. RSVP, we sent you it for a reason. Yeah. And last minute, out. The tickets sold out. Yeah, I said that 2 days ago.
And it happened 3 times over. The tickets sold out 3 times over, which we are super grateful for.
Super humbled and grateful for. So,
however, moving forward, if for some reason we find that our leniency is not productive for a good, event, we're going to readjust some things. So next time, I'm going to need you hoes to RSVP early.
Yes. But Eric, what were your takeaways from it?
Well, actually, that is the question of the day.
Oh, never mind.
But I did have a great time. I'm great. After yesterday, I feel phenomenal. It was just a lot of like love and light in the room. And I always go up for that.
Good energy.
I feel really good. I feel ready to tackle the world. I was all affirmed and shit. It reminds me that you have yet to meet all the people that are gonna love you, and that's not to say that everyone in the room loved me or anything, but I'm just saying like the chance at possibly meeting someone and like fostering something and getting into something greater was exciting. I love like storytell shit like that. So I feel on cloud 9. I'm trying to remember the rest of the week because that was probably the highlight for me. But I feel good. I thought I would be a lot more tired than I am, but
I'm exhausted.
How long did you? So yesterday we went to Hotel Indigo for a rooftop function.
Gorgeous. Shout out to DJ Darjar.
He was really doing his shit because he was playing
Darjar on the show.
Yes, he was playing all the pigeon heads.
Yeah.
Is he a part of the community?
Yes.
That's so exciting.
We gotta get Darjar on the show.
Absolutely. Now I'm more intrigued than I was before. So yeah, like Hotel Indigo, I think would have been cuter for me had the day leading up to it not been the day.
Yeah, it was a long day.
It was a long day. Like for me, I got up because I went to the gym. I had to be there at 9. So I got up at 7:30 to get myself together. And from there, it just felt like go, 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 go. And there was no time to stop in between. Like even in the pampering moments, I was getting my manicure. I was falling asleep. She was like, can you? I was like,
oh, sleep asshole.
I was so tired, you know, and it was like we all kept expressing how stressed we were because we each had so many tasks to take care of. You know, shout outs to us for there to be 3 of us. We covered a lot of ground. Yeah. We covered a lot of ground. So yeah,
and shout out to everyone, Dwayne and Joanna and Desmond and Doug and Nye. And Baby Daddy
Rodney, yes. You. Especially Rodney, because Rodney gave us the venue to work with.
Baby, I had to put something on him.
You better put it on.
Put it on him. Put it down. He gonna fall in love. Put it down. He gonna fall in love.
You are a mess. So yes, thank you all. You know, we have such a good support system here at the Get Right, and I am truly grateful for it. So I feel blessed. How are you?
I'm doing good. This week has been an interesting week. On Friday, I got off work and I was walking down the street and I seen a tattoo piercing place.
Oh, yes.
And I said, I'm going.
Just real spontaneous.
Yeah. And I went and got my Trengus pierced. And everybody's like, what the fuck is a Trengus?
Did you know that before?
Yeah, I knew what a Trengus was.
Oh, okay.
Because I like tattoos and piercing stuff. So I know like what different types of tattoos and piercings and stuff are. So I got my Trengus pierced. And for those who don't know what the fuck a Trengus is, it's the little bit of part of your ear that you push in when things are too loud. That's the easiest way to describe it. A little flap of skin.
You do that?
When things are too loud, you push your ears in so you won't be able to hear it.
I put my fingers in my ears.
You put your actual finger in your ear?
Yes.
You don't put your finger on the flaps?
No.
Do you not have ear infections?
No.
You put your... That's not healthy.
It's not?
No, stop doing that.
Why?
Because your hands are dirty. What if you had a roach on your finger?
Calvin.
Eric.
I would not have a roach on my finger.
How do you know you won't have a roach on your finger?
Because I don't play that shit.
I don't play with roaches neither, but God
That's
knows
not
me
true.
Just crawl up.
I've actually met some of the people that
or roach eggs. Man, people are what? The shade. No, but yeah, it's the little part. So that's why my headphones are off like this because I can't put headphones on.
I was gonna ask you.
And I've been wearing one Apple AirPod, and it feels so Janet Jackson, Jennifer Hudson. It feels so Sierra Fantasia.
It took me a minute.
It feels so.
Give me another one. Kiki Wyatt and Michael Jackson.
Kiki is definitely in one, and then Sade's in the other one. It is definitely doing a balance. My equilibrium has been off.
Oh my God, I hate
down
that.
The streets, like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I can't wait for this to heal. So I'll put the other headphone back in.
Yeah. Do you walk down the street with both headphones in?
Yes.
I've been told that is very dangerous, and I know it's dangerous, but
because you can't hear.
Yeah, your senses cut off. And then on top of it, especially like as of late, I feel like crazy shit has been like happening more frequently. So I'm like, I should be more aware. I just like to be in the zone. Like I like to give a nasty pump with both headphones in. And I cannot do that with one headphone in.
I cannot wait until that little white man pops up on that little traffic light thing.
Yeah.
When I tell you I do my best model walk, because I don't know if Tyra Banks is in that car waiting for me to be next top model.
Yes.
I give him my all because Dior's gonna find me on the street.
I love that it's supposed to be Dior.
Yeah,
I love that.
Dior. They're gonna find me walking down that street and they're like, "Oh my wow, look at our next model." And I'm like, "Who me?"
Okay. The gays have the nastiest walk.
Yeah,
it's a nasty pump, and it's gays walk faster than everybody because of the pump.
Yeah.
It's just very like structured. Actually, let me not put this on the whole gay community because I've seen some of y'all walking. It's very plank, but plank. I mean, like those who pump, and I love it. I freaking love it.
Yeah.
You know, so what else has been going on in your week?
What else did I do this week? It's been a really chill week at HU, so that's been really good. I enjoy chill weeks. I'm excited. Next week is next Friday, because I've been on like the no drinking and the working out and what is it called, intermittent fasting and stuff like that. So this next Friday is the first goal. Like, is it like measurement? Like, so that's the first goal on Friday. So we'll see what happens.
Exciting.
Yeah, we'll see if I meet it. If not, I'll be crying on Sunday on the show.
This was the start. You started this at the top of January?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're making good headway.
Yeah.
We're almost done with February.
I know. I was looking snatch my little outfit yesterday. I felt cute yesterday.
I look good as fuck.
I know I look good.
I knew I looked good when I walked in the bitch. I was just like, it was just a
my hair. My beard was, God shined out on my beard. I don't know what was going on yesterday, but my beard was flourishing. Today, not so much, but yesterday,
yeah.
I said, oh wow.
Yesterday's what mattered.
Is this my beard? Did I borrow this? Is that okay?
The girls were living. I was just like, you just walk into a building and you're just like, I am the moment. It gave very much that for me.
For everybody, actually. No one looked. We kept saying, bring your cute friends and your fine friends, and everybody did.
Everyone did, and I appreciate.
Everybody they washed their hair that day.
I appreciate that everyone came in with their own
clothes,
aesthetic, like
clean their shoes.
For everyone outside the community,
a little splash of cologne.
It's really good to remember that the gays are not a monolith.
People floss,
and if you were there yesterday,
I also think that people may have washed in between their toes. Keep going.
It's disgusting. The thought of people not.
Yeah, they cleaned under their fingernails yesterday. Yeah.
So yeah, gay people are not a monolith. So I wish non-community members would have been there so that way y'all could take it in. But like, there was not one look. I actually saw one gay person in coochie shorts, and that was my friend Daniel.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? This is it. This is it. Yeah. This is what Black excellence looks like.
It's a wide spectrum, which is what we wanted. We wanted a very mixy, not in a bad way, but mixy in a good way type of crowd, because those always bring the best energy because you have different functions and different people. So yes,
I have no complaints. I feel great.
Good.
Now let's talk about other people.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Bitch, You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
Don't cut off too short. Number one.
Oh
my God. 1,000 rats were found at a Family Dollar distribution center in Arkansas.
That's surprising.
What I will say before I get into the story, Doug and I, shout out to Doug. Oh my God. I fell in love with Doug Moore yesterday because he's just a ball of light. We went to take out the trash in the trash room downstairs. And when we walked in that garbage area, he screamed. And when Black people either scream or run like immediately.
Everybody,
So like, I was like, what the fuck? So he was like, oh my God, a rat. When he screamed, a family of rats ran through. And when I tell you he threw that back and we dipped.
So wait. so wait, the trash never made it in the trash can?
No, he threw. He was very good. Doug was great. He was in the
parking garage still.
And I wouldn't give a fuck if it was. Rodney, look, I don't want no problems. I was just like, that shit was a lot for me. It was like being back in New York. So he threw the bag and all the rats came and we just booked it back to the elevator and we had to wait for the elevator too. So we just kind of like screaming in the lobby. We're like, I fell in love with Doug. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, we gotta hang out.
Disrupting his home.
Not even Stuart Little. They were big black rats.
Oh no.
They were big black rats running in a lot. Like, imagine them running across that black bar down there.
Inappropriate.
Calvin, oh my God. If one of them would have touched me, I would have just jumped in front of a car.
Highly inappropriate.
I would have jumped in front of a car. You know how to play that shit. So yeah, now let me get into the story. So FDA officials announced that 1,000 rodents have been found inside a Family Dollar distribution center that sends goods to Louisiana and 5 other states. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration said in a statement that an investigation was conducted after a consumer complaint in late January. Officials said that they discovered live rodents, dead rodents, and birds in various states of decay and animal feces. After deep cleaning and fumigation of the West Memphis building, cleaners recovered 1,100 dead rodents. Additionally, I would die. Additionally, officials said that they will be working with Family Dollar to start a voluntary recall of their products that may have been contaminated. These products include pet food, dietary supplements, medical devices, cosmetics, human food, and over-the-counter medications that were distributed from the center and purchased from 404 Family Dollar stores. Oh, 404. I thought it was an area code. However,
I was with you. I had your back on that
Okay, I was like 404. I kind of like that, but no, never mind. However, the company said in a statement that they were not aware of any consumer complaints of reports of illness related to this recall.
How would they know?
How would you know? You didn't even know you had this many fucking dead rodents in your establishment. Family Dollar is notifying its affected stores by letter, asking them to check their stock immediately and to quarantine and discontinue the sale of any affected product. Customers that may have bought affected products may return such products to the Family Dollar store where they were purchased without receipt, the company said in a follow-up statement. That's not enough, because if I find out it's been affected by rodents.
Yo, what are the 404 stores? Like, where are those at? Like,
I'm
what
guessing
area of the world?
I want to say smaller towns, just because I feel like they don't get the attention, because in my mind, bigger businesses are thinking we need to be checking on the LAs, the New Yorks, the Chicagos, because this is where most of our consumers are. So they're not thinking about like the Arkansas and the Indianas and the things like that.
Let me call my mama.
That is nasty.
Wonder, you sick?
And then on top of it, to talk about returning it without a receipt, I could sue you.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna refund me? How much do I really spend in Family Dollar?
That's what we got all our food from yesterday. So if y'all sick,
that's why nobody touched it.
If you're sick.
Yo, y'all bitches is trifling. How the bar went and all the charcuterie and everything was just there.
I took my time.
You did.
I made those charcuterie boards.
Okay,
I went
now you're lying.
No, I really did.
Did you? Oh, wait, no, you did, because you put them on a platter. Yeah, really you're right. You did.
I went and I handpicked the meat and the cheese, and I put it out on a beautiful spread with crackers and stuff. Said, oh, they're going to eat this up. Oh, they're going to love this. They're going to... 2 people touched it.
Well, by the end, it was gone, but that's because at that point, people were just drunk. But you did a great job. I think in terms of aesthetic, it was great. I just think that the girls were very, let me stop, because we are guys, we are men. I think that they were just more focused on like the libations and the socializing.
Yeah, I'll move the food to a different place next time.
The food was very secondary, but the bar was booming.
Fuck the bar.
Jamana and Dwayne came up quick. So I know that's right. But yeah, I don't know. Family Dollar, that's nasty. First off, it's terrible that y'all only have one customer.
Did you know that Family Dollar upped its prices to $1.25?
Like everything else in this country?
So they should be $1.25 store. That's false advertisement.
Is it still taxed after the $1.25?
Yes.
Or is the $1.25
the $1.25 is the price, and then the tax is added per state.
So it shouldn't even be $1.25 then. It's just they should just take that off.
They should the dollars store.
Family Dollars.
Like the dollar. Not drop the and put because now we're spending multiple dollars.
You know what? Shame on you, Family Dollar. You only have one register every location, and then you want to raise prices. Then you want to have 1,100 dead rodents and 404 locations.
Don't forget the other 4.
404, right? Because they are suffering too. 404 locations. Family Dollar. What is the selling point? What is the selling point?
At this point,
if y'all was to go on Shark Tank,
I'm opening up Kelvin Dollar.
Is it gonna just be $1?
98 cents. I gotta be 99 cent plus store.
Right.
So 98 cent.
Elaine, all your own.
Yeah, but everything will be like pre-owned.
Some of the things in Family Dollar I wouldn't want pre-owned.
You also didn't know they had rats and roaches all over it. So how would you know it was pre-owned?
That doesn't mean I want to go from one bad situation to another bad situation.
We're still in a pandemic.
That's even worse to have things pre-owned in a pandemic. Okay.
Have you looked how much a carton of milk costs?
I don't like milk.
Me neither. I'm vegan. Have you looked at how much it costs?
No, because I don't like milk.
It's a lot.
Everything, yeah. Eggs are going up. Cheese is going up. Everything's going up.
Just refurbish stuff from the dollar store.
Can I go to my next story? Number 2.
Okay, you sleeping on this idea now. When I'm Jeff Bezos in 12 years because of Kelvin Dollar, the refurbished Dollar Tree, I don't want to hear nothing. You find you another co-host.
Okay.
Because I'm going to do the podcast out the back with the roaches and the rats. They'll be my co-hosts. All 400 folks. No, it was a lot of them. It was a family. Thousands of them.
It was 1,100. That's disgusting.
A lot of
there was 1,100 dead ones. Number 2. The cast of Martin. Can I have background music? Where's my background music?
I had it queued up, but you remember it was ghetto, and I didn't know what was going on. All the controls.
Was you trying to blaze hip hop and R&B?
All the controls are weird because just a dope ass podcast.
Look, those is like two of the biggest niggas on this network. I'm
I
not
don't
trying to
care.
fight.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm just gonna blame whoever was here last because every time I come in here, it's something wrong.
Yeah, well, here we go. B part 2. So the cast of Martin is set to reunite for the 30th anniversary on BET Plus. Without question, Martin is one of the funniest and most beloved TV shows of all time, which is made even more relevant today by social media. So fans of the show should be very happy with the news that the Martin cast is officially getting back together to reminisce on the classic series. Indeed. It's been 30 years since Martin Lawrence debuted his self-titled sitcom, and audiences have been laughing ever since. Deadline reports, to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the series premiere, Martin Lawrence, along with surviving cast members Tisha Campbell, Tashina Arnold, Carl Anthony Payne, are all set to reunite for a televised special to air exclusively on streaming service BET Plus. Sadly, is it Michael? Michael Ford won't be able to join the reunion following his untimely passing in 2016. Damn, time is flying. The Martin reunion special will be filmed on February 20th and hosted by comedian Affion Crockett.
That's today.
Oh shit, it is today.
Pull up.
What, for BET Plus?
Yeah.
Come up, pull up where?
James works there. James there right now. J-Pen.
Really?
Wanna go?
He works at BET Plus?
I'm putting his business out there, yeah.
Oh my God. That's so good.
So don't be trying to hit up my friend for no subscription.
Who?
I'm not saying no more because y'all ain't about to be finding him. Y'all hit him up for.
I was gonna say I feel like I already have BET Plus.
I got his.
So the reunion special will be filmed today, February 20th, and is hosted by Affion Crockett. Speaking about getting the gang back together, Martin said, "To be able to sit here 30 years later with this amazing cast has had such an impact. That has had such an impact on pop culture is truly a blessing. I am always humbled that the fans still want more of the show and its characters. I am looking forward to the reunion special." BET Plus also revealed that there will be a special surprise guest, along with interviews with the cast, musical performances, and behind-the-scenes commentary about the cultural impact of the show. Speaking about the special, BET CEO Scott Mills expressed his excitement and acknowledged the show's impact and importance. Martin is one of the most beloved sitcoms in our community, both because it is hugely entertaining and because it played a pivotal role in changing the narrative of Black voices in entertainment and in culture through the portrayal of young, ambitious Black leads and healthy Black relationships. Decades later, that representation is just as important, which is why we are so excited to honor a series that put Black culture front and center on our platform that embraces Black culture every day, he said. As of now, there has been no release date announced, although it's definitely expected sometime this year. That is so weird because I just said at the top of this story that it's February 20th.
That's when they're recording it today.
They're filmed. Oh, got it. Hold on.
Look at you cussing people out.
I was about to...
Look at you.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Cursing.
You know how I feel about this because sometimes I don't get to read these articles early, so I just be like, don't have me looking crazy.
I know. I also feel like I shouldn't have my shoes on this new rug in the studio.
Hey,
I know it's really random, but
is it a part of the rules?
I don't know, but don't you feel like your shoes should be out?
I mean, I would in any other setting, but I'm not going to. I have Converse on. That's why I'm just like,
yeah, it's a lot to untie.
It's a lot.
But this is like so soft. I feel like I should be having my socks on or something. Like I feel like my mom about to come here.
Yeah, it's not good
Shout
house
out to Jackie
etiquette
for putting this rug neck. I know Keith didn't.
You always need that feminine touch because they always get like the softer details. They always get the softer details. So yeah, number 3.
No, we didn't even talk about it.
Oh, we didn't? Oh yeah, how you feel?
Are you sure you're not sleepy from yesterday?
I'm not sleepy. I'm not sleepy.
This is the worst show. We got new listeners. They're never coming back. Please go listen to episode 235 if you want a good idea how this show goes. This is not it.
Stop.
No, I'm excited. There was a lot of people with a lot of confusion because Black people don't read sometimes, and they thought they were going to do a whole new like reunion season. And no, it's not a reunion season. It's just like a reunion special, like they did with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like they did with Friends. But now we have something super dope for Martin. So I'm excited to see that, especially with all the history that we know between Martin and Tisha and that whole scandal and how it ended with that last season on really rough patches and stuff like that. To see them back here 30 years, well, was it? Yeah, almost 30 years later. To be back together and be able to have a healthy conversation and have fun because they look fun and joyful from the videos that I've seen. So I'm excited to see what exactly is going to transpire. Who do you think the special guest will be? Shanae?
I feel like that is kind of like necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Jerome as well.
Mm-hmm.
Martin's gonna be playing a lot of dress up.
That's a lot of walking in and out.
Right. Very, very. I don't want to say very Tyler Perry because Martin was doing this long before. But that is all I can think of. Unless there were like, I mean, it was the 90s, so there may have been like some artists that came on, but I think the special guests are the characters.
Or that dog. The dog when he was interrogating his friends at the table. The stuffed dog.
It's escaping me.
Oh, wow. If you're a real Martin fan out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
The Frost Show.
I mean, I enjoyed Martin growing up. Huh?
Do you remember the Little Kim episode?
I don't think I do.
There wasn't one. You're not a fan.
Okay, because I was like, I mean, I liked Martin, but I liked Martin when I was younger, but I never revisited it in my older age. Actually, that's a lie. I did, and I laughed at certain things, but it didn't have the same appeal to me that it did when I was younger. I still respect its impact on the culture, and I still love like the concept of the show and the characters. But like as I'm older, I don't revisit it that much.
I think it's funnier now that I'm older.
Really?
Yeah. When I was younger, the Wayning brothers were hilarious to me. Like the Wayning brothers show was the funniest show on TV. And Martin was okay to me. But now that I'm older, Martin is a lot more funny.
Well, maybe I'll revisit it because it feels like now when I was watching, I was just like, eh. Like I still had the funny moments, but I wasn't enamored. Like for me, it's still Living Single, the Parkers, and Moesha. Like that's my pyramid.
That's a niche.
Yes. So those will always get me where I need to be. Martin, I think, was cool because it was very unique in that sense. But I would have to revisit it. The same with the Wayans brothers. Like I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like fascinated.
You also know my humor. I have really goofy humor. And really like.
And that's very both of those shows, like the Wayans brothers, Martin, like that's very that, as opposed to me being a black auntie, Moesha, the Parkers, Living Single. So sense. So we compliment each other.
If you ask Chris, Martin's not good.
If you ask Chris, nothing is good.
This is very true.
Nothing is good, but Michael Jackson's
also
greatest
shout out
hit
to Chris.
CD.
Chris is doing well for everyone asking and wondering where Chris is. Chris is doing good. I talked to him yesterday.
I texted him too when we had our 3-year from our first live show, the anniversary.
Yes, we didn't even say that. Wow.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even mention that.
Facebook reminded me that our first live show that we did at Simply Wholesome was 3 years ago, and that was like what I sent you that 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Time is the light.
Yeah, it's time to do another live show.
I just need time because yesterday really took a lot.
It was a lot.
Someone asked me, they were like, what are you doing next? I was like, ask me in another 24 hours. I don't know. I don't even want to get my brain in gear to think about that right now.
I know the next event I want to do. I have 2 events in mind.
Are you telling me on air?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because then they're going to be waiting for me to ask me about them. But I have 2 great ones.
Well, y'all make sure y'all ask Kelvin because like I said, I need another 24.
Be prepared. Scar voice.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom.
Noted. I'm excited.
Me too.
All right. Number 3. I thought this was so cute. LeBron James is open to rejoining the Cavaliers and wishes to play with his son Bronny James before retiring. Bronny? Okay. Bronny. During the 2022 NBA All-Star Weekend in Cleveland, Ohio, LeBron James revealed to The Athletic that he's open to rejoining the Cavaliers and shares that he wishes to play a season alongside his son, Bronny James, before retiring. Got it. LeBron. Bronny. Got it. While LBJ's current Los Angeles Lakers contract doesn't expire until after the 2022-2023 season, talks of him being a free agent in 2023 explores theories of him returning to his original team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Seemingly confirming the possibility, LBJ says, the door is not closed on that. I'm not saying I'm coming back and playing. I don't know. I don't know what my future holds. I don't even know when I'm free. Whether he returns home in 2023, stays in LA, or heads to another city, one thing for sure is that in 2024, he wants to be wherever his son Bronny James is. 2024 is when he'll be 1 year removed from high school and eligible to enter the NBA draft. While giving NBA teams the heads up about where he wants to play before hanging up his jersey, LBJ says, my last year will be played with my son. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I would do whatever it takes to play with my son for 1 year. It's not about the money at that point. I love that.
I love that too. But what if his son doesn't get drafted?
His son is gonna get drafted because he just
good.
incentivized
His
it.
son is actually good too.
Well, but he just incentivized it. He said, "Wherever my son is, I'm going." So if you get that, you get LeBron James's legacy and LeBron James.
And Bronny would probably be the number 1 draft pick, just like his dad. But how much pressure is that? Now, granted, I just want everybody to know we do have a good news sports side.
Yes,
that we are not on.
No, this is definitely their territory. I was sharing it more for like the heartstring aspect, not like the sport element. But
and go on. Me being pessimistic.
No, it's fine. I mean, you just actually did some cross promotion, so shout out to TGN Sports.
But no, that's a lot of pressure.
It is. But I think that the tools are definitely there. Obviously, if he's considering him being drafted, then he's been working with him.
Yeah,
this is clearly something Bronny wants to do. So I mean, all the makings are there,
and they're really good. Mm-hmm. They're actually really, really good. So I see him going number 1 in the draft. But I think this is going to be interesting to see. I don't think there's ever been a father-son play on the same team.
That is so cute.
So that will be really, really dope to see, and hopefully it happens in Los Angeles.
What's the situation? With LeVar Ball?
Levan, all his kids. This Levon.
Don't they all play Melo? In the league?
Yeah. Well, 2, and then the 1 plays in the G League.
What's the G League?
The G League is like right under the NBA. So like if they like someone in the NBA like twist the ankle, they be like, "Oh shit, my turn."
Oh, like an alternate.
But it's like no,
Mike
it's like minor league. Yeah. Sports talk with Mark,
please. Like Mark Gunnels, somebody who does this. Alex, somebody.
Touchdowns and tangents.
I don't know. I feel uninformed.
We don't know what's going on. The G League is under the NBA. I know that. I don't know what they do or when they play.
Right.
But sometimes they make it to the NBA.
Okay.
How? I don't know.
This is really a lot for me.
It is a lot. It is a lot to take in.
I don't. All right, number 4.
You're so gay. Number 4.
Miami Beach police are investigating allegations from a second woman claiming Chris Brown assaulted her in 2020. These stories, but I just want to keep you guys informed. According to reports obtained by NBC6, the Miami Beach police are investigating assault allegations made by a second woman who claims she was involved in a 2020 incident with Chris Brown. If you recall, it was recently reported that the first initial woman filed a lawsuit last month after she claimed she was drugged and raped by the singer while at a party on a yacht that was docked near Diddy's home on December 30th, 2020. Police reports obtained Wednesday show that the second victim was at the same party, but decided to leave because she was not comfortable. The report continues stating 2 days later, the same woman, along with a friend, was invited to meet at Chris Brown's Miami Beach hotel suite when he approached her and allegedly shoved one of his fingers in her mouth, which had a white powdery substance on it. Oh, yikes. The woman said after that, she blacked out for several hours and woke up in a suite without her friends or cell phone. Following the incident, the woman filed a report with the Miami Beach police after learning about a lawsuit filed in January by the initial woman at the same party she left. Attorney Ariel Mitchell represents both women in a lawsuit and spoke to NBC6 on her client's behalf, saying, "Unfortunately, we live in a world where time and time again, from Harvey Weinstein to Jeffrey Epstein to R. Kelly, we've seen these things happen. Following the newest allegations against Chris, the Iffy singer," that is such a weird song to pick to reference this, but following the allegations, the Iffy singer hasn't spoken out just yet. As we previously reported, when the initial claim came out, he shared a message to his Instagram story saying the civil lawsuit filed against him was a lie. I don't personally.
Did someone really write this?
I copied and pasted. So yes. Wasn't me. Child.
That is so ghetto.
Ghetto. So ghetto.
Who was writing for them?
I don't know. I don't work there no more.
For those that don't know, it says, "We'll continue to update y'all asses." The information.
It doesn't even say asses, which makes it worse. "We'll continue to update y'all as the information becomes available." Ass, the information becomes available. We love a bottom forward speech. Yeah, like me personally, I don't have any I don't know this to be true because obviously I'm not in those circles. I just the consistency of these stories between Trey Songz, between Chris Brown. Actually, I didn't know that many were happening. It's not that many, but it's enough. I didn't know Chris Brown had this going on. Of course, all the sleazy old white men. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Harvey Weinstein. Where's Harvey? He's in jail. I actually don't think he's in jail, but I'm not sure.
I know he's decrepit, right?
He might be. I don't know. Hugh Hefner dead. Like I'm just like the only reason I did this is because I know that there's a certain level of investment in Chris Brown, but it's just like Chris. I hope allegedly all of this is alleged, but I'm just like, men, please.
I believe where there's smoke, there's fire, and I think that just like R. Kelly, we have to start holding our R&B crooners accountable. I don't know Chris. I don't know Trey.
Yeah,
I've met Trey twice. He seemed like a cool guy. But I think that if multiple people are saying that he's done things, I'm going to have to believe it. Yeah. Just like with Chris Brown, all these women are just not about to come up and just say whatever. And I know like the argument is these are civil lawsuits. There's no criminal thing. That's because it hasn't probably gotten that far yet. Or it's the statute of limitations or the lack of proof. But I don't think that multiple women would just want a money grab off of one person.
Not multiple.
There has to be something there, that is letting them that is leading them to say these things.
And I get the argument of these are high profile celebrities and that people just want to secure a bag, but not everyone is lying. On top of that, it's more of the comments that I read that are like cringe to me because it's a lot of people advocating for these celebrities just because they idolize them, but they don't know them. And I think it's crazy how we are willing to take a stand against our own everyday people for people that we deem to be out of reach. Like Chris Brown is not thinking about you. Chris Brown does not know you. Like it's I don't want to kill anyone's dreams. I'll just leave it right there. But like the fact of the matter is, it's crazy to me that y'all are willing to side with people without knowing their full character, and then diminish somebody else's story, multiple stories at that, because it doesn't fit with the way that you have, what's the word? Idolized, dreamt them. Like, y'all don't know these people. And I'm not saying Chris Brown did this, but I'm saying give these women some grace. Because I'm just like, I would like to think if the situation was on the other hand, y'all would want the same type of treatment. But y'all don't think about that shit until a situation that's less favorable happens to you. And I'm not talking about rape or anything. I'm just talking about life in general. Like a lot of people are not able to put themselves in other people's shoes until shit bad goes wrong for them. And then it's like, oh my God, what was me? Maybe if you show some compassion, shit wouldn't look like this for you. Yeah. So, I say all that to say, be better people. Be better people. And that's to those who are the alleged in this situation. And that is to those that are responding in the comments, refuting it. So yeah, number five. It's gonna be our shut the fuck up today because I'm tired.
Shut the fuck up.
Kim Potter is sentenced to 2 years in prison for the fatal shooting of Dante Wright. Imagine how tired I am. Former Minnesota police officer Kim Potter, who was convicted of manslaughter for the fatal shooting of Dante Wright, was sentenced to 2 years in prison on Friday morning. Potter stood before Judge Regina Chu, who determined that Potter made a mistake when she accidentally pulled her firearm on 20-year-old Wright during a traffic stop. Judge Chu announced that Potter will serve 16 months of her sentence in prison, with the remaining 8 months served on supervised release. So that bitch is only in there for 8 months. That's not even a year. This is one of the saddest cases I've had on my 20 years on the bench, Chu said. Oh, bitch, let me get this story. This is a cop who made a tragic mistake. She drew her firearm thinking it was a taser, ended up killing a young man.
Houseway.
Before Kim Potter's sentence was determined, she apologized to the Wright family in a statement and asked that they eventually find it in their hearts to forgive her. To the family of Dante Wright, I am so sorry that I brought the death of your son, father, brother, uncle, grandson, nephew to your home. Katie, I understand a mother's love, and I am sorry I broke your heart. My heart is broken for all of you, she stated. Earlier, when you said that I didn't look at you during the trial, I didn't believe I had a right to. I am so sorry that I hurt you so badly. I do pray that one day you can find forgiveness. Dante Wright's mother, Katie, delivered an emotional statement of her own, asking that Potter take the highest accountability for killing her son. She took our baby boy with a single gunshot through his heart, Katie Wright told Judge Chu, and she shattered mine. As if killing him wasn't enough to dehumanize him, she never once said his name, and for that, I'll never be able to forgive you. As previously reported, Kim Potter shot and killed Dante Wright during a traffic stop on April 11, 2021. Damn, it's about to be a year. She claimed she meant to use her taser and accidentally shot him in the chest. She was found guilty of first and second degree manslaughter on December 23rd. Then what the fuck is this sentence? First and second?
Yeah.
8 months in prison and the rest is on supervised release?
Yeah, that's manslaughter. That if you kill someone, manslaughter is what you want because they will not give you the book. That is the lesser charge, just like accidental death. So that's how Brandy got away. That's how Caitlyn Jenner got away. That's how those celebrities get away with manslaughter because it's the lesser thing. But this was not manslaughter. There was not an accident. A gun and a taser are on two separate hips.
Mm-hmm.
They feel different.
Mm-hmm.
She's a trained officer. It was not her first day on the job. She also trained other officers. She knew exactly which gun was which.
I'm tired. I'm tired of the same narrative with different characters. I'm tired of the same, upsetting, what's the word? Verdicts. Like, it's very tiring. And during Black History Month too, It's just a lot. I don't have anything for it. I just wanted to read it because I felt like you guys should be informed, but I don't have anything to contribute.
Yeah, I think while we fight for justice, it feels good to hear guilty, but it feels horrible to know what the actual punishment for the crime is because they don't match. There's a lot of things that go on, and we say we want justice, we march, and as soon as we get the guilty verdict, we okay. Oh wow, we found justice. Let's move on to the next case, without actually seeing what that verdict means and what that sentence will do, or how that would affect everything else.
Yeah,
and I'm a little tired of it. And I'm also wondering what the hell is going on with Supreme Court Justice. Now I'm thinking about it because we need something going on. Where's the Black woman at, Joe Biden?
And that's the thing. Yeah, and Joe is another conversation. Like the pandering to Black people, quick detour. The pandering to Black people talking about, if I run again, my running mate will be a Black woman. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Your VP is a Black woman. And y'all ain't doing anything of substance that I can know off the top of my head. Now, granted, I'm not the most politically inclined person.
Do that.
However, compared to what was presented at the start of their campaign, based on what has happened this far, not that much.
Because one thing we must also remember, it's only been a year.
Okay.
There's a lot of undoing from the last 4 years that we have to do. We have to take all that shit back and put in new laws. There have been billions of student loan debt deleted. Ours just does not happen yet, but there's also billions of people in the United States that probably need it. Hopefully my name was on the list. Hopefully I'm like number 16 or something. So there's things being done behind the scenes. I think what we forget is that the presidency was never a reality show. But since we had a reality star in the office, it became one. So we were so used to getting tweets every day. We were so used to these salacious headlines and all this stuff that we thought that the president was doing something when actually he was just moving stuff around and making shit horrible. But we look back at presidents before Trump, like Obama and Clinton and Bush, there was not a news breaking thing that happened every day that was like, damn, they're really doing something. We just knew that when it happened, they did it. They made announcements about canceling student debt. They made announcements about helping single parents. Like there's a lot of things that are in the works and things that are done, but they don't get as much press because it's not as salacious as the last 4 years were. So I'm not going to give up on Uncle Joe and good sis Kamala.
I'm not claiming either one of them.
I'm not giving up on them just yet.
I'm not claiming either one of them.
It's only been a year. We have to let them do what they need to do.
Year
3 and year 4, I think that's when we'll see all the stuff that we were promised.
And what happens if nothing happens year 3 and year 4?
Blame the Republicans.
Okay, that's us not taking accountability.
No, because we have to also understand that the president only can do so much that he can sign executive orders, but if the executive orders are trampled or stopped by the Senate, then what's the purpose of the executive orders? Trump abused his Executive Order Act. Joe Biden is trying to use it the right way. So I think when we say, what are they doing for us? It's not just the president. The president can sign the bill, but we have to have the Senate and the House, which is why it's important to vote in those other secondary elections, because those are the real lawmakers. I think people forget that. We have to vote for our governor. We have to vote for our Senate, and we have to make sure that those are the people that are actually listening to our voices, even in the city council, because when it trickles down, look at this whole mask mandate. California doesn't have to wear masks, but guess who does? Los Angeles, because our mayor said, bitch, put your motherfucking mask on. That's the trickle down effect. The difference between state and federal is really big. And I think a lot of times, I'm not just talking about you, a lot of times people don't understand the difference between what the federal law can do and what our state law can do. So we look at our president, Joe Biden, we look at Kamala and say, y'all bitches ain't doing shit. Fuck I vote for you for. But you remember the people that you didn't vote for are the people that are fucking up your life.
Fair point.
Okay, and I'm off my soapbox.
I think that was really good. And like I said, I'm not the most politically inclined, so that's why I wasn't like too resistant there. I think for me, it's more in regards of how, or the propaganda. My thing is, if you're going to race bait, make sure you follow up in those areas. Because I still don't understand how we have an Asian protection law
and not an anti-lynching law.
But you pander to black people with a black VP and a future black running mate. So for me, it's kind of just like, stop playing in my face. Like, I know some things are happening. However, stop playing with my blackness.
I get it.
Because in regards to, it does not, Kamala is there. Black people are still Kim Potter 2 years. So I don't care if Kamala's black. She may as well be white. She could have been Hillary Clinton. She could have been, what's that woman's name? She could have been Betty fucking Ford for all I care. It does not matter that she is a black face in a white organization or a white structure. It's just like, stop using blackness to pander and then letting black people down constantly, because it's disrespectful and it's like a slap in the face. So for me, I'm just not easily impressed anymore. Like, I need real time things happening. Now, I will give them towards the end of the term to make an informed decision, because like I said, I'm not your CNN type of bitch. I'm not reading the headlines every day. And those are things I'm actively trying to improve upon. But stop using my blackness to pander and play in my face, and then not cater to my blackness. And I'm not saying black power to the people. I'm saying the same way you're willing to help the Asians and keep elevating the whites, it's time. Because I'm not impressed.
It starts with our justice system. And I think police reform is needed. And if you're listening, please call up your local politician and say, we need you to start signing these acts to get police reform better. So that way they can get on the table, they come a bill, go up to the House, get passed by both the Senate and the House, and then signed by Joseph. What's his middle name? Rodden?
Don't get me started to line.
It's something like Rochelle.
It's not Rochelle.
It's like it's
Lord. Rochelle, Lord, you one of them bitches that be inviting white people to cook out, aren't you?
What is Joe Biden's name?
Rochelle.
Joe Biden's real Robinette.
What is it?
Robinette. I told you, Joseph Robinette Biden. I didn't know he was born November 20th. That explains a lot. He's Scorpio.
Child, I love that you are so optimistic about that. I'm gonna let that touch upon me, but I
don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till this go.
Well, let's see what he's going.
You know what we could have?
What?
Y'all better quit complaining. Y'all know what we could be in. We could still have Trump.
We really should have put Bernie's old ass in there. Now, granted, everyone was like, oh my God, he's going to die. It'd be better to find out in real time while we keep postponing this. We're going to wait till shit is just catastrophic and be like Bernie, and Bernie is just going to be decrepit. Bernie is not going to be able to campaign.
Bernie, Trump, and Biden only like 2 years apart.
Yeah, but Bernie looks like he's at the end of the line. He's really been fighting all his life, and I think the constant disappointment is also aging him as well. So I feel like if he was to run again and he doesn't get it, we are going to kill Bernie. That poor man just wants to do his best for the time he has left, and y'all have picked everyone but him. You know how you feel like you're a really good man and you get overlooked as an eligible bachelor? I feel like that's Bernie.
Yes.
He's the eligible bachelor that you keep overlooking because he's a little quirky, he's too goofy, he's too put together, but you want the Tyrells and you want the the Jason's lyrics. Like you want the niggas that's just gonna ruin everything. But poor Bernie is really trying to give you all his love. And we're not paying him no attention. That poor man. That poor man. I really feel like Bernie wants to do well. Like I genuinely feel that much. Like I feel like it may not all be successful, but I feel like his intention would probably be some of the purest we've had thus far.
I agree. I felt the burn both years, and I wanted to continue to feel that burn. But
I heard that a few times yesterday at the event.
Yeah, America's hell different.
You should clear your brand
about feeling the burn. Right now.
There was a lot of conversation about Kelvin burning in the Let's Mingle event. And I didn't know how to respond because I don't know you intimately like that. And I was just like, I don't think this is the
Did they have an itch? Did they have an itch?
I feel like it's a HIPAA violation for me to disclose people's burn status.
Did they have an itch?
I don't know.
Because if they didn't, I didn't give it to them.
Wait a minute. I don't know if you just cleared your... I'm like, I don't know if did you clear your name just now?
No, I didn't.
No, I actually think you made it worse. Yeah, okay. Well, that was all for Bitch You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
And now it's time for the topic. Okay, so today's topic is, what did you learn about yourself and overall at the Let's Mingle event?
I think I've learned that I am outgoing when put in outgoing situations, but I'm actually really, really shy. And I think that a lot of people also felt that sentiment last night. I think a lot of people went in a little nervous, didn't know what to expect, how do I mingle, how do I talk to people, but then actually once they let that guard down and started talking to people, everything was cool. And also, that's me too. I always overthink situations, like, and then I force myself to be social, and then it just keeps going.
I think it's a human reaction to anticipate what could go wrong. I guess just, it's just like a layer of protection for us. But a lot of people were telling me that. Like, a lot of people were like, I'm so nervous. And I love that people were comfortable enough to express it to me that they were nervous. And I'm like, it's fine. We're all in here essentially looking for the same thing. Like, we're trying to bring love into our lives romantically. If everyone is in this room, that means everyone is on the same playing field. No one is any better or less than you. So it's 11-11. Have fun. Connect. So I like that. I like that people kind of felt disarmed, because I feel like that's when you're able to foster something, because you don't have this persona about you and you don't have the upper hand. And I really like that, because I think in different settings, maybe like club settings, when you're able to be clicked up and things of that sort, this elitist energy. And it may not be intentional. I think it's just kind of how the gays are. We have learned to be very on guard. So I loved that. What I learned about myself, I've always known I'm really shy. I was really shy yesterday too, because I'm a personality, but I'm not like super vocal if I don't have to be. Like, I take over when I have to, but I like to play the back. Like, I'm very cool with that. You know me, you see me. So having to walk around and like constantly reiterate what the prompts were and the speakers and stuff, I was like, I have to own my voice more and not be afraid to like shut shit down when I need to, and essentially just like gaining their attention, because they were mixing and mingling. But I was reminded that I'm a control freak, and sometimes you just have to let the room do what it does.
Do what it does. You got to feel the energy of the room.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that there were conversations happening that were actually for the greater good of what we were trying to achieve. Like, I didn't want I guess conversation is conversation, but I just wanted people to get to know each other on like the levels that the conversations that we don't typically think about. I really want you to meet this person and be like, oh, this is interesting. Like, this is a new way of thinking. I never had this conversation with a guy before. Like, that's what it was. But like, with talking to you and Jay Lamar, I was kind of just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let them converse. And they were. The girls were talking. The guys were talking the whole night. And I absolutely loved it. I've also learned that I could probably do a better job of putting myself out there in regards to interacting with men. I don't feel like I covered as much ground as I could have to say there was 130 men in there, but I was also more in like facilitator mode. So I learned that, but I've also been reminded that I am a bad bitch. Very bad.
My two crushes were there.
Do I know them?
I think I showed you them before. And Yeah, my 2 crushes are there.
You got to show me offline. You have them on IG?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Show me when we finish.
Yeah. So me go.
There were so
like to
many
eat.
beautiful men. There were so many beautiful men there. Yeah. So I think, if nothing else, I just want to do a better job of putting myself out there. I will say though, I hit someone up that I was conversing with yesterday, and I basically expressed interest and stuff, and asked them if they would want to hang out.
Were they at the event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they left me on scene.
What's their email?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, they're getting spam.
It's okay, because to be honest, for me, I feel good that I
At least put yourself out
I
there.
put myself out there. That's something I don't typically do in a romantic sense. Professionally, yes. Romantically, no. So rejection is the name of the game.
Mhm.
Like, that doesn't break me down. I looked phenomenal yesterday. I was told I looked phenomenal by so many people.
Good. I almost hollered. I was like, oh, that's Eric.
Yeah. Girl, fuck
Like,
you.
I remember that nigga.
So I say all that to say, like, it is what it is. Rejection is the name of the game, but I feel great.
Yeah, I also made that very awkward moment and told my crush that I had the crush on them too.
Oh my God, how did it go?
They were taking it back, and then we're supposed to get lunch next week. So we'll
I
see what
love
happens.
that.
We'll actually see if we actually go.
Do you think this is one of those people that kind of like initiates, but like for the sake of the moment and not like actually following through?
Yes.
I
think that they're nervous just like me. Now, once I told them I had a crush on them, the mood and it did lean towards, okay, I'm feeling this.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you just know, like in the back of your, I think it's so weird when you're dating people or you get to know some people and they don't know how to approach. They don't know how to approach the situation.
Hold on.
But
Something about that didn't flow right. Say it again.
I think it's weird when you are pursuing someone, they don't know how to approach you.
Got you. Okay. Yes. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like it's reciprocated, but then like the follow through on it. Like, do I text today? Say, hey, hello. Do I text next week? I hate these things.
And I wrote you and Jay Lamar earlier saying that I think we should have a meeting just to, while it's fresh in our heads, what we can improve upon and things of that sort. I feel like there was more that we could have poured into them in the beginning when we were doing the introductions in regards to
why?
Just disarming them.
Yeah.
Just like reminding them, like, I know some of you people, like some of you guys may be nervous and things of that sort, but this is a safe space. We're not necessarily like, this isn't a room for like criticism and stuff. It's just for you to put yourself out there and see what's available to you in LA and try something new. Kind of just like guide them along that process so that way they can kind of keep that in mind as they're interacting with each other. But this was our first event, so we didn't really like have the time to sit and like get super strategic, and then certain things you have to experience firsthand before but all in all, I'm really pleased. Really pleased.
And if you missed it, you better get these tickets early for the next one.
If you missed it, thank you for us not having a fire hazard.
Baby.
Oh my God. There was a point I was struggling to get through.
Yeah.
Like struggling.
Yeah.
Which is, it looks great visually.
There were a lot of handsome men.
Beautiful.
I said, oh wow, black people are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
We did have one other.
We had some brown community members, not that many, and then we had some white community members. But I didn't give a fuck because it was like what 1% of how much 98.
Yeah.
1% of each. So for me, it was kind of just like whatever. But at the same time, like I don't want to get into like the whole race thing.
They were on the phone the whole time. It made me annoyed.
I think that's a certain level of comfortability.
So
because
why are you here? We'll talk offline.
Okay.
I'm starting to sound racist, and I'm not.
I get what you're saying, but I
create a space, the same space for us, and you come in this space.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the phone the whole time.
I think it was just like a layer of protection, just to like make, just because
and not like on the phone, like texting, like on the phone.
Still protection. Because maybe it's like, oh, if you see me on the phone, you wouldn't think to talk to me because obviously I'm on the phone. I get it. You're about to say, so why are you here? I know. I don't know.
Thank you for everybody coming. That's just
thank you,
I don't want to
guys.
seem like I'm being mean. I'm not being mean. I just wanted
No, I get it.
Safe spaces.
Yes, I do
Protect our
think
safe
that we
spaces.
need all black spaces and things of that sort. It threw me off for a second, but I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I was like, whatever.
Just observation.
I hear that.
But I had a good time. Everybody that left said they had a good time. So
Yeah.
hopefully next week, or next Valentine's Day. No, what's the next holiday? Christmas. Hopefully we'll see some matching pajama sets.
Oh yes, I was like, wait, what?
Hopefully by Christmas we'll see matching pajama sets from people that mixed and mingle at our event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cute. Tag us.
Yeah, tag us.
You did it, Joe. I don't know. Whatever y'all want to caption it, just tag us.
While you were there, did you learn any like tips for picking up people? Because I did. I definitely did. One of my friends, I'm not going to say his name because that makes me seem like I'm hoe shaming him or trying to put him as a hoe.
Okay.
He's not. But is he? Who knows? But just watching how he works the room and talks to people, it makes them comfortable enough just to give them the number, which is really, really interesting to see. And I was like, wow, it's not even like we're like flirting. It's like just a basic conversation
with energy. You're letting your energy speak.
That's really dope. So I tried that and it worked.
Yeah. You have really good energy though. Why wouldn't you think that would work?
Because I'm shy. I'm actually rather shy.
Yeah, but I think that's us.
People don't get that.
That's us with the negative self-talk. But that's like everything in life. It's like, oh, considering the worst possible scenario rather than the best possible scenario, it's like, oh, why would I audition for this? I probably won't get it. But it's like, why wouldn't you? It's 50-50, you know? So it's the same way we're talking with people. It's like there's a 50-50 chance that they will give you your number. It's 50-50 chance that they're not feeling it. But it's like, what's the worst that can happen?
What is your go-to pickup line? Did you use one yesterday?
No, I don't do pickup lines.
What do you usually say? How do you initiate a conversation?
Hi. What's up? Especially yesterday, I was just like, oh, like, what's your name? Name tags was there. I kind of acknowledged the color, not really. And then
let's talk about colors because we didn't get into that.
Oh yes. So we had identifiers because we knew that people were coming into the space ideally looking for a romantic partnership of some kind. However, that looks differently for everybody. So we had a key and everybody's name tags was color coordinated. And we had 4 different distinctions. Red was supposed to be looking for a serious relationship. Yellow was just looking to date, start your dating process. Green was go with the flow. Blue represented down to fuck. Very interesting. It was like a social study that I don't recall seeing any blue stickers
at first, but then as the night kept going, I did see blue stickers.
Did you see like a fair amount? Like if we had grouped them, how many would you say?
6.
Okay, that's something.
6-7 blue stickers.
But like in a sea of like 130, baby, them blues did not pop.
They did not pop out. There was a lot of greens.
There was a lot of greens. Which, okay, so like when you think about what that meant, it's like the go with the flow. I'm like, that's such an on the fence answer. And I think a lot of people were and we spoke about this at Hotel Indigo. A lot of people were being strategic in the sense of like, what does this sticker say about me? In contrast to the person that's reading it. Like if you see red, which is already a very like danger alert warning type of color, and then on top of it the distinction for it is looking for a serious relationship, it's like woo. So maybe we could have did yellow looking for a serious relationship.
But people have to stop seeing that as a stop sign. Why look for it? Why is looking for a serious relationship such a red flag for people that want to date?
I think the understanding or the shared understanding amongst the community is kind of just like that idea that a lot of the gays are not ready to commit or settle down. And then for them, a serious relationship or a committed relationship just means like a halt on their freedom in regards to like sexual freedom and all that stuff, which is not necessarily true. But I think that is the understanding of it based on the experiences that we've had individually. So I understand that. And I would like to see how that would have played out had we not have done red as opposed to a different color or like yellow, which is like a softer color for like, I guess, a heavier topic. So I thought that was interesting. What did you think, like looking at all of them?
I think with the name tag situation, I think people were playing it safe. I do think that obviously people were intentional about meeting people. They came with the intent to meet somebody.
Absolutely.
Whether it was to start a full relationship or just to meet somebody for that evening, I think that people went with the intent of meeting people. And I wore yellow because I am looking for dating, but I also am going with the flow.
Mhm.
But I just went up one because I knew that I wanted to be intentional about
Mhm.
what I was there for. And I think other people probably just afraid to put what they wanted. I think some people in there were probably reds,
I feel like more,
but they weren't.
more were red.
They weren't going to wear red because they didn't want to seem like they are going to be stuffy or
too much.
Yeah, and I think we have to get that out of our minds. Like, just because you're looking for a relationship does not mean I want one right now. Does not mean that if I meet you today, I'm going to marry you tomorrow.
Right.
I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking for something serious, but I want to foster that. Like, yes, I would like to have something very serious, but I also am now the type to say I want to meet somebody and foster that relationship, but I'm going to be intentional about dating.
You know, just to let you know, just so you have an idea, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are like, guys don't know what they want. Well, we gave you a key. These guys are wearing these colors. So it's up to you to make an informed decision and be intentional. Now, I think for me, the reason why I wasn't necessarily looking at colors, I guess because I had to like feel something towards you. But for me, I was more of just like, for the sake of knowing your name for conversation. Because I was just going around like, hi, da 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 da, thank you for coming. Because I wanted them to like know who we were as a podcast. So yeah, I don't know. Very interesting though. Very interesting. Very interesting. There was a point where I was like, did I want to go red with it? But for me, I'm just trying to get acclimated into dating and putting myself out there. Like for me, approaching people is already a thing. So I was like, yellow seems right for me.
And I'm happy
now.
I had my yellow name tag on because for some reason I do want to put this out there for the world. Lavelle is not my boyfriend. I'm gonna say this one more time.
Do you think they thought that yesterday?
I know people thought that. Lavelle is not my boyfriend.
No, Lavelle is a single man.
Lavelle is a single man. He is not my boyfriend. Someone thought that at the place, and it's like, oh, and then also at Hotel Indigo.
Because you two are kind of like yin and yang.
Whenever we go out, people think that when we're either at Trunks, if somebody's trying to hire me, they ask him, or if somebody's trying to hire him, they ask me. And I'm like, just because we dark skin, light skin, we stand next to each other does not mean we can't be friends. Stop this light skin, dark skin, platonic hate.
Are you sure that's what that is?
I think that's what it is.
That's
I think it's because we're both tall.
Yes.
I'm light skinned. He's dark skinned.
You're a liar.
And I think aesthetically they probably think, but no.
It can work aesthetically.
No.
Knowing you two individually, no.
No.
No. But
so stop it. I'm single.
Yeah, y'all stop. Lavelle they're both single. They're great catches though. So if you see either one of them out, chances are they will be together. Pull up on them. You are not a homewrecker.
I'm not gonna fight you for that nigga.
You are not a homewrecker. You are actually what they are looking for individually. So yeah, that was all for the topic.
I was like, what is that?
I was like,
did you see that too?
Yeah. I was looking at you freeze like, what is the delay?
No.
And now it's time for the question of the day.
Question.
So the question of the day. There has been a lot of these behind the scene documentaries that are coming out. Like we've seen the Janet Jackson 4-part docuseries, and now Kanye West docuseries is now debuting on Netflix. Part 1 is out. If you have not watched it, definitely go and watch it. It is mind-blowing. It definitely is, and it's inspiring too. It's definitely inspiring. So my question is, what celebrity would you like to see a really, really in-depth life documentary from next? Because I love docs.
I know Beyonce already did one. I would like to see one at this point because I feel like so much has happened since she did that. Just Beyonce, because she's such a work ethic, but I really want to get into the human side of with the insecurities and stuff. I have to go revisit her older stuff now that I'm older, but I would like to see it from today. Who of my influences do I really want to? Wendy Williams did hers. I would be interested to watch one for Charlamagne the God because I love me some Charlamagne the God. Angie Martinez, I love me some Angie Martinez. Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon is like one of the definitions of consistency and always being able to transcend generations and in different fields. So Nick Cannon would be amazing. What about you? I can't think of any more right now.
I would love to see one on Sidney Poitier. I think we know a lot about him, but we don't know a lot about him. Like we know some people know how groundbreaking he was, but a lot of people don't know. And also I keep reading more things like how he was really heavy in the civil rights movement and paying for things and meeting with people behind the scenes, that I would really like to explore that side of his life, his political side. I also want to see one on LeBron James. I know they had one kind of, but I want like a newer one, like in depth. Like what when we had a decision to go to Miami? Like what was the decision to come back to LA? Like what is his stuff? And even like with his kids now, like how does he feel with fostering that relationship with his child and his son that's going to be in the league and things like that. And I also would like to probably see one on Saucy Santana.
Oh,
I want to see Saucy. I want to see like growing up in Miami, like growing up with the City Girls, and
I would love that.
Then branching out into his own and trying to find his own voice.
I feel like he needs a little more time just to see, because I feel like we're on the cusp.
We're on the cusp, but I'm talking about those in-depths. I don't want to see the career. I want to see from childhood to now. Like what was those influences on all these people? Like what led to this decision later on in life and all this stuff. I want an in-depth. I don't want to see like a behind the scenes doc. I'm talking about I want from birth to now. Like what are those decisions and life moments that made you who you are right now?
Okay. I hear you.
I like Saucy.
I love him.
I want to see how he how was it the first time he put on lashes and didn't cut his beard? Like what was that like?
That's good.
When he said this is gonna be my aesthetic. This is how I'm gonna present myself to the world. What was behind that? I want to know all those things.
Have you ever thought about reaching out to him and interviewing him on live?
Like me personally, just like, hey, Saucy.
Yes.
No, I haven't.
You would I mean, I've been thinking about doing that, but I just that question alone, like he's not out of reach, really.
No, he's not. So
it's like you would do a phenomenal job, and I think he would appreciate you. I think you would ask the right questions and frame him in a way that's not salacious, but actually like humanizing and would connect him. So I wouldn't close yourself off to the idea.
Let me call up Saucy.
Or just DM or email. He has an agent. He has a PR.
Not like I don't know how to get.
You know how to do all of this.
You're right.
You've been studying it for years at this point.
Yeah.
So, just some food for thought. But yeah, I think that's really cool. There are some people that I feel like there's I would like to see one for Auntie Kim. Mary J. Blige released hers, which I still have not watched.
Me neither. I didn't know she had one.
My Life.
That shit did come out, didn't it? And I was living my life and missed it.
Yeah, I know. There was a point where I felt like I was on like celebrity entertainment overload, and I was just like, no, I need to focus on my world. So I was a little out of touch. But when I'm ready to have my binge session, I have Janet Jackson, Mary J. Blige, I have Wendy Williams. I have a whole bunch of binging to do. And I think I'm getting to that space. But yeah, so far, like I don't ever need another Biggie story. I do not ever.
I don't need one. I do not need one.
Don't y'all give me another Biggie or Tupac story. Enough. If you want to give me one about Big Pun. Because I know some things about Big Pun, but I don't know enough about Big Pun. So I would love to know more about Big Pun. Yeah. I'd be here for Nas too.
You just don't know all the East Coast rappers.
You know what? For me, it's like thinking about the people that are like certain names when you hear them have such a respect behind it. So I want to know so much about like how you fostered that. Like, how did you build? Because like Nas is an icon to most people. Biggie and Tupac, obviously icons. Jay-Z, icons. Like, I'm like, who did you start as? What tools did you gain? Like, what lessons did you learn? Like, I want to know how did you see the bigger picture?
I want to see a Jay-Z one. That would be really
Jay-Z too. I'm like, did you always see this bigger picture of like the mogul, or did it just kind of reveal itself to you over time?
I remember him saying that his goal when he started this, he just wanted to sell a gold record. And now look at him.
Untouchable.
Yeah.
Untouchable. So yeah. That was a great question.
Thank you.
I love a good biopic. I've been watching like a lot of weird ones lately.
Yeah, weird.
I do too. Sometimes I need balance though, because I'm like, ooh,
I love crime docs.
I do too, but I'm like, what does this say about me? Like, I was watching a Jeffrey Dahmer one. Bitch. Next level. He's wild.
Crazy.
Wild. Wow. All right, and now it's time for If I Told You That. Speaking of death.
Oh wow.
Well, not necessarily. It's interesting.
You always love to put this stuff.
I like darker things. But this isn't that dark, actually. If when you die, someone takes the VR headset off your head and asks how the virtual life was, what's the first thing you say?
Bitch.
I would gag.
Bitch, how long I been here?
What the fuck? In real time, how long was I here? 15 minutes. What?
So what day is it? What year is it?
What life is this? Am I on Earth?
Child.
Yeah. I know. I saw this. I said, oh, that would piss me off and fuck me up.
I would scream.
Because it's like, did I ever really know Lavelle and Mimi? Did I ever know Kelvin? Did I ever have a podcast?
It's just all the dream.
So what do I do when I go outside? Where do I go home to?
Was the virtual life part of my actual life? And then what part is my actual life and which part is not?
Do these people really exist? Like, will I see them in the real world, or do I have like a whole new set of friends?
Yeah.
All these jobs I've been doing and quitting? Where do I work?
What? For what?
Where do I work?
How did I afford this? How did I afford the
And
virtual
who brought
life?
me here?
like,
Was this a
my
Groupon?
friends?
Is Groupon just virtual?
Like crypto?
Leave that shit there.
What's going on? Wow. That's a good question.
Right? It's so in depth. That's one of them high questions. That'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. I would be mad and gagged.
Yeah. All my little accomplishments.
Mm-hmm. Well, not little, but all those accomplishments. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, never happened.
What?
Kyler Pratt, never happened.
Jimmy Jam?
HU was never a moment
No,
in life.
Jimmy Jam.
Nothing. Stephen Wonder's not even real.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you for coming to the Get Right.
See?
I would cry.
That's that would fuck me up. Yeah, that was all for If I Told You That. Pats on the back.
Jeez, that was a good one. Now here goes my tired ass unique speaking.
Stop speaking down on
I
yourself.
don't know how to do that.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch?
Technically, uniquely speaking, never existed.
Well, why am I doing it now?
Because we're still in the VR world. You have headphones on.
Keep these things off. Get it off of me. No, you know, one thing that was really interesting yesterday, it was people wanting to contact you outside of what the event was. So a lot of people would say, oh, take my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really interesting when we don't give out our personal information like numbers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I start to think of like how Instagram is also kind of like just a highlight reel of what you want people to see or what you're hiding behind.
Mm-hmm.
And it started to make me think about just the things that we do in everyday life. Like, how are we hiding behind our own things to shelter other people from getting to know who we truly are?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're seeing me right here.
Right.
I'm meeting you in person. We have a connection, obviously. We had some type of conversation that made you want to know more about me, but I give you something that only going to allow you to see the best parts of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's only going to allow you to see what I want you to see. And if you're lucky enough, you may get on the close friends so you can see just a little peek into the other side of Kelvin,
Mm-hmm.
or the other side of who I really am. But you met me here physically.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me to think about, what are we hiding from ourselves and those people that we honestly want to get to know? Because now I put the guard back up. The guard was down, but the guard is back up. So for uniquely speaking this week, I want to say, let the guard down. When you are meeting someone, when you're getting to know someone, let the guard down. Don't just give them the highlight reel of your life with the Instagrams. Let them know who they are and who they're dealing with so they can know if they honestly want to deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
And the same vice versa if you want to deal with them. Because I think if we want to have healthy relationships, we cannot just show pretty faces under filters with our YSL shoes and designer bags. We have to show what the nitty gritty is. And I think that yesterday was a real example of how people are, because I've seen a lot of those people on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Some look better online. Some look better in person.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I want to meet you in person,
Right.
because I want to know who that real person is. So this week, when you're meeting somebody and exchanging information, don't do the Instagram. Do the number. Let's do the old-fashioned way. Get to know somebody.
That
That's
was
just week.
really good.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Fuck you,
Why
Rachel.
you took me off the motherfucking
With your-
schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass bitch, that bitch.
That was really good.
Just food for thought.
Did you try and top my If I Told You That? You bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last episode of the Get Right Radio Show. I've had enough.
It's been a good run.
I've had enough.
236.
I always knew you were trying to beat me out, and I'm over it. I've had enough. But no, that was really good. I didn't even think about all of that like that. Like for me, I try every space that I enter into, I'm very much offering my Instagram, like for the sake of connection, but also for me, like I need people to see the brand because what I do is who I am. But yeah, like on a deeper level, on a higher level, that is what is happening.
Yeah, we're regressing. Like I meet you, I have a connection with you, but I'm afraid to continue this connection on this level that I may have right here. So I'm gonna give you my Instagram. Why? Give me your number. If we want to continue to have foster conversations and have healthy whole conversations, I need to see you in person, or I need to actually contact you. And there's nothing wrong with having a number and not using it later on. You can delete that number later,
right?
Because on Instagram you're just going to collect all these people and you're going to sit in the inbox,
right?
Stop that. Get out there and actually talk to people.
The man says good things. Just because it was gay themed.
Yeah. That's for you heteros too.
No, that's real. Let the guard down. That's really healthy. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen,
we didn't do outfits today.
We didn't do what?
We didn't show people our outfits today.
Oh, right.
So here we go. If you're on StreamYard, you're gonna see crotch by Eric.
I know. Not crotch by Eric. You better work. Cover girl, work it, girl. Give it twirl. Do your thing. What on the runway? Work. Supermodel, work it, girl of the world.
American to run for president, Charlie Chisholm.
I know. I'm just gonna give you guys a look. I'm not gonna dance.
You're not gonna dance. Go ahead, show them what you got on. Eric is wearing booty popper pants, and a little Kim t-shirt because I thought I'll watch that now. He's the little one and he's not. Bow wow. Yeah.
What
Give it up. This. All right, that was fun. All right, well, I think it's about that time, Eric.
Yes. What have we?
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
Oh, child, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get up too many times because getting back in the seat is a lot.
Okay, a little low.
Yeah. What have we learned? We love you doing. What have we learned today? I have learned that I've been reminded that I have yet to meet all the people that are gonna love me, and that I have a special light on my own, and that I can revel in that because no one will ever have that because it's mine.
Yeah.
I've also learned that the world is really crazy, so you really got to make it like special for yourself. Like you have to make every day enjoyable. When you read the stories like Kim Potter and the Black oppression tales and all that stuff, it's like, what is going right in my individual life? You know, don't let the negativity of the world cloud your perception of reality. Like make every day special for you, even if like there's no one to show you that love romantically, platonically. I don't know another version. Socially, like that is when you're supposed to pour into yourself, and you can make every day a part of your highlight reel in the best of ways if you just change your outlook. And I think I've learned that. What about you?
I've learned that if you are open to receive it, you will get it.
I know that's right.
I've learned that this weekend. If you're open to receive positive energy, you'll get positive energy. You're open to receive love, you'll get love. You're open to see new friendships, you get new friendship. You're open to be a relationship, you'll get that. Not in the time that you want it, but you will get it if you continue to be open to it and you have a positive outset in mind. So that's one thing I definitely learned. And I also learned that when there's smoke, there's fire. Listen to women. Believe women.
And not just women.
And men too. Believe victims until proven innocent or guilty. Well, I don't know, child. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
You get the point. You get the point. You know what he's trying to say.
Story to say. Listen to it, and then go from there. Also, I've learned that you should clap for people because people are doing great things, and I can't wait to see Tisha Campbell. You know, that's one of my idols. I'm Still Here is one of the best songs ever written and performed ever. Should have won a Grammy. Should be in the Songwriter Hall of Fame. Still Here. STEEL. Happy to see you agree.
I was going to say before all of that, I'm happy that you have met her already, and then you just started veering left, and I didn't know where to go. I was like, do I jump out the car? Like, do I just watch it burn? Like, I didn't know what to do. So honestly, I think at this point it just went. But we are all entitled to our opinions, especially in the land of podcasting.
Yeah, Still Here.
And as always, ladies and look, Dwayne, it should have won a Grammy.
It should have.
Well, you know, if Jocelyn Hernandez deserves a Grammy for Live Your Best Life, she actually probably
should have been Grammy nominated.
She should have cracked it for Live Your Best Life.
Award.
Yeah, a BET award at minimum.
Drops the ball and Live Your Best Life is not nominated for Best Female Rap. Y'all do not live for the culture. Y'all have left the culture because Do Like It's Your B-Day.
That was a moment.
It's a fucking anthem.
It is.
It was
really
Insecure.
is.
It's in the season finale of Insecure.
Yeah, it is.
It's an iconic song.
Yeah.
In BT, y'all dropped the ball.
It was the moment.
They imagine the Jocelyn Cabaret girls perform that on the BET Awards.
Live your best life, you be tripping on me.
Yeah.
Acting like I give a fuck.
Listen, when I tell you how the crowd will go up, it'll be a moment. It will be a fucking moment.
You're right. You're right.
Jesse Collins. Jesse.
Come on,
bro.
This is why you need to hire Kelvin and take me on too.
Listen to me, Jesse. I'm telling you.
Yeah. How do you feel about the new song? Have you been watching this season?
I don't like. I've watched this season. This season's crazy.
Yeah,
but the song's okay. It's not as good as.
But what I will say about Zeus Network is that they have mastered the formula of getting a song embedded in your head.
Yes, they have.
Because every scene, like when the girls are stripping and stuff, they have it on repeat. I'm like, the way to get a song inside of you is repetition. Keep it simple, make it catchy, and repeat it. And they have done that. At first, I was resistant to it. Look, and Dwayne knows because Dwayne always goes up immediately for Jocelyn songs. For me, it's like a slow transition. It was the same for Live Your Best Life. Like immediately, I was not enamored, but I was just like, okay, fuck it, quote me. It caught me.
First time I heard, I said, "Wow,
really." You know what it was? I think a part of me was just not taking her seriously. So it was really just my doing.
I said, wow, the Puerto Rican princess really did number on this one.
This is the one.
This is one that we will be playing for the rest of our lives.
We're going to the top.
Yeah, this is like Go Shawty, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
This is one time for the birthday bitch.
Yeah.
We will be playing that.
It's an anthem. It's legitimately, and we may sound like we're joking. It's really an anthem. Like it's dead ass like that.
It deserves
its
flowers.
It deserves its thing. So if it would have got a Grammy, I would have been gagged, but I would have been like, she deserves it. She deserves it. That's how it goes. That is how it goes. So yeah.
Don't drop the ball.
But I think like as you continue to watch the season, I really think it's just gonna happen for you. You're gonna be like, I see the moment. I see the moment.
We'll see.
So Dwayne says it was the baby for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way she says words that really latches.
Like my baby.
Oh, but yes. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. As always, if you would like to keep up with me, feel free on IG at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante, and TikTok at Eric Devante Russell 3.
Yes, and if you want to find me, I'm Kelvin Unique. That's KelvinEunique on the Instagram. Then flip that to Unique Kelvin on Twitter. If you want to follow us, make sure you follow the Get Right Radio Show. Also, make sure you follow We Find Him. We Find Him.
Absolutely.
WEFINDHIM. And then also make sure you download this Good News Radio app because guess what? All the shows are exclusively right here from here on out. So if you don't have it, you're going to miss us.
Yeah. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right.